me explain myself first. I'm really running short on time this week for our Fish Fry Saturday, so I had to kind of pick something shorter, and I stumbled upon the album Farmhouse from 2000, which apparently was their last album before the hiatus they went on for the next 2 years, and I'm interested in checking this out. Studio track. We never really do that, so let's go. Hi guys, welcome to Lee Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I'm really not at all. I'm not gonna explain it over and over again, but yeah, my grandpa's in the hospital basically, and I'm just going back and forth. It's like 3 hours round trip, so I'm just basically exhausted. But I can't not put out stuff for a couple days. That's just, it's killer to the channel and the algorithm and the copyright strikes already. So you know what, I gotta do something. So we're gonna be doing 2 tracks from the album Farmhouse, the title track, and then apparently Phish's biggest radio hit. I saw that and I was like, let's check that one out too. That is Heavy Things. So we'll do that one second. First one is Farmhouse. Like I said, this came out in 2000 on Elektra. I don't, like, I guess we listened to Rift. I think that's what it's called, right? That was the one studio album. We've done like 2 tracks from that. So I'm more like in line with their live stuff. You know, I haven't really dived into this. So I do find it intriguing to hear all sides of bands. I know some fans don't like that because I listen to everything, you know what I mean? I try not to just focus on one section, even though the early 90s or mid 90s Phish is my favorite, you know what I mean? This is still, you know, probably written and recorded 1999. I know they were on a tear in 98, so it has to be good, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna stop talking. I'll link my Phish playlist above my head. Go ahead and click it, and then leave a like before you go if you're gonna go watch other stuff, because there's a lot of Phish in there. Hopefully it hasn't gone bad yet. All right, no more bad jokes. Leave a like, please. I asked twice, I know. All right, Farmhouse, Phish, 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome, this is a farmhouse. We have cluster flies, alas, and this time of year is bad. We are so very sorry, there is little we can do but swat them. She didn't beg, oh not enough. She didn't stay when things got tough. I told a lie, she got mad. She wasn't there when things got bad. I never ever saw the northern lights. I never really heard of cluster flies. Never ever saw the stars so bright. In the farmhouse things will be alright. I never ever saw the northern lights. I never really heard of cluster flies. Never ever saw the stars so bright. In the farmhouse things will be alright, 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 alright.
That's great. That's just what I needed, I'm not gonna lie.
The stinging lash, every man rise from the ash. Each betrayal begins with trust. Every man returns to dust. I never ever saw the northern lights.
Lyrics, oh my
I
God.
never really heard of cluster flies. Never ever saw the stars so bright. In the farmhouse things will be alright. I never
This is
ever
random.
saw the
I picked this.
northern
That's
lights.
crazy.
I never really heard of cluster flies. Never ever saw the stars so bright. In the farmhouse days will be alright. I never ever saw the northern lights. I never really heard of cluster flies. Never ever saw the stars so bright. In the farmhouse days will be alright.
That was their most uplifting song, easily. It was beautiful. It feels like their attempt at like a mainstream kind of sound, but it still retains a lot of the core elements, but they definitely toned it down. But this is also a studio track. I know the live one is probably more expanded. I thought that was great though. There's your 10-second recap. Heavy things. All right, Phish, what you got radio hit-wise?
Things are falling down on me, heavy things I could not see. When I finally came around, something small would pin me down. When I tried to step aside, I moved to where they'd hoped I'd be. Vanessa calls me on the phone, reminding me I'm not alone. I fuss and quake and cavitate, I try to speak and turn to stone, till he reaches through my vest to do the thing that she does best. She probes and tears my ventricles, steals my one remaining breath. Things are falling down on me, heavy things I could not see. When I finally came around, something small would pin me down.
The piano's great. I got lost, sorry.
To step aside, I moved to where they'd hoped I'd be. Stumbling as I fall from grace, she needs my vision to replace. A railing sight throughout the night, leaving 2 holes in my face.
Phish is killing it. Damn.
Mary was a friend, I'd say, till one summer day. She borrowed everything I owned and then simply ran away.
That's no good.
Things
I've been there.
falling down on me, heavy things I could not see. When I finally came around, something small would pin me down.
I got some thoughts.
When I tried to step aside, I moved to where they'd hoped I'd be.
God, Trey is so damn good. I hear reggae, I hear ska, two-tone, rock, all kinds of stuff on this. Monster, bro. Hey. They brought it all together. Oh, that piano. I knew it was just gonna be a tease. I shouldn't have done it to myself, but I did it anyway. I just needed some Phish in my life because, like I said, I don't know. I don't want to say like that. I feel like the sky is falling, but I'm definitely pretty down. You know, it sucks just watching that. But man, it's such a different sound. But it isn't like it does have like almost it has like reggae, it has ska, it has like almost like a western sort of sound to it too. They are the best when they blend multiple genres and like make these strange like chimeras. You know what I mean? But when I first looked them up originally for that Chalk Dust Torture video a long time ago, now it feels like, I remember seeing their tags being like reggae, ska, all this stuff, and we've been down the live Phish rabbit hole for months now, and I think we've only taken like one detour onto a studio track, and that was paired with a live one, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So this is my first video, technically, I think, for just pure studio material. I could be wrong, I don't know. I've done a lot of Phish, but this, like I said, it's definitely a streamlined and more accessible, you know, kind of sound. I could see this being more of a mainstream approach, you know, in a way to try and, you know, I don't know, get some money, you know what I mean? But like I said, all the elements of the stuff that makes Phish great is there, you know. It's just compressed, and there's not as many peaks and valleys because obviously it's not the live stuff. They don't have 25 minutes to make a song work, you know what I mean? They've got 4.5 minutes, and for what it is, for the 4.5 minutes, it's fucking excellent, honestly. That first one was just like joy personified. It just felt like a breath of like mountain air, you know what I'm saying? Just fresh Arctic, you know, that cold air is just like, it feels like your lungs, you know, breathed God in for a second. I don't know, but it's what it really made me feel like. And I was, you know, born and raised on a farm basically, and I don't know, with what's going on in my life and picking that and randomly basically picking 2 Happy Phish songs, you know what I'm saying? You know, most of their stuff, it can get dark obviously, but you know, they usually lean towards the more uppity side, I guess, and you know, I'd say lower be stuff that makes you sad. That's all I mean. But this felt like a different sort of approach, but it worked, you know what I'm saying? It worked very well. It fits in their canon of sound, you know what I'm saying? It's not like some atypical like, whoa, what the fuck is this? It's more of like, oh wow, that's a cool different little niche within their sound, you know what I mean? So because like that, there was almost elements of like bluegrass at points in there too, and the piano from Paige when it picks up is just so damn good. He's always in the background doing something to fill in the sound, you know what I mean? Fill out the sound, but he when he gets highlighted, man, he takes that spotlight and runs with it, bro. He steals the show from Trey so many times for me, I'm not gonna lie. And Trey's always like on fire, but Paige is just, man, he is, I say this about everybody, he's like the secret sauce, man. He really is. He is so damn good. He's him and Trey are my favorites, but then there's Phish, and then it's hard to pick, you know what I mean? But I don't know. And then you get to the second one, and they both had roaring guitar solos, but they were just, you know, very compressed. I'm just used to the longer ones, and I knew doing just like even 2 songs that equaled out to like 8 minutes would be very much just a tease, you know, and that's kind of what it was. But at the same time, it's cool to hear this more radio friendly side of them, because I've never heard this side of them before. This is brand new, and it's very interesting. I don't know, because it is like, it's like the edges are kind of smoothed out a little bit, you know. They're not as, I don't know, because I know I'm sure showing somebody like Tweezer first off as their first Phish song is not a good idea, because that's whatever it turns out to be, I guess, for that jam. But the one that I heard, you know, the Tahoe Tweezer, that was 45 minutes of just insanity, you know what I mean? So like, there's definitely layers to it, and I see why they kind of branched out to maybe get some more listeners, because this could be a perfect gateway into their, you know, live stuff. Someone hears this, there's no way they won't be like bobbing their head and like, oh, I like that, who is that, you know? And they listen to this a couple times, becomes like, you know, stuck in their head, it's their favorite song, and then they go and listen to other stuff. So I could see kind of how that could be a part of things as well. And that's not bad, man. It's good to have a wide spectrum of a catalog, and from what I've heard so far, and it's a lot, and still isn't even a dent in their catalog, you know, with all the live stuff included, you know. I'm not even close to probably 5%, you know what I'm saying? But from what I have heard, this is almost new, you know what I'm saying? Even though I've already heard so much, this felt new to me. It felt fresh, but that's coming from the angle of someone who's only heard their live stuff for the most part, so take it for what you will. Obviously, I think Phish was dominant in that second song. He was great in the first song too, obviously, but he really stood out to me more in the second one, even though he had parts in the first where he shone through the rest of the sound. Mike was there a little bit, not as much as I'm used to, or no, that's not true actually. He picks his songs where he actually comes out, you know. But for the most part, this was a Paige and Trey show, and Phish obviously. But it worked because his vocals from Trey's vocals are just always, I don't know, they always fit the song. You know what I mean? They never are bad. I wouldn't say they're ever excellent, either. But the lyrics here were freaking great. Especially the first track. The lyrics in Farmhouse were superb, to be honest, and they actually really resonated with me and my life. So obviously that one's probably gonna be stuck with me for my life, for the rest of my life now. And I'm fine with that. And as long as it's Phish songs and not other songs that may stick forever, I'll take Phish. Because there are those songs that are just those earworm. Like once you hear it once, it's never gone. It'll randomly pop up when you're peeing in the subway bathroom, and you're like, "Where the fuck did that come from?" No, that didn't happen to me recently. No. But at the same time, it's not my favorite Phish. You know what I'm saying? Like it's definitely a great sound. It's a good radio kind of mainstream sort of, I don't know, approach for them. I would definitely listen to this again, and I'd be interested in hearing more from this album, to be honest. But I definitely like the live stuff, I guess, more because they've got more time to do what they want, But this compressed version of it is still up to par and up to snuff, and it passes the Phish smell test. Oh, that's probably not a good one to use. Never mind. Yeah. Grade A sushi. So I think that's it. I can't really talk too much tonight because, man, it's late. I got to get up early again tomorrow. So thanks for hanging out, guys. I appreciate you. If you have any requests for next week, leave it down below, and maybe I will take it I will take it under consideration, and I might just do it. You never know. I'll credit you if I do it. See you later.